I look I look very tired this morning, which is interesting because I slept for about 10 hours last night. I went to bed about 9:30. Yeah, didn't get up till like nearly 8. So, well, maybe nearly 11 hours, my goodness. I just have been getting more and more tired. Like, even just like going up and down stairs, I'm like, oh, or anything really, standing up and sitting down. All of those things just tiring me out. So, welcome to the final Vlogmas. This is going to be a 2-day vlog. I'm going to try and get a little bit of actual Christmas Eve into the vlog before uploading it on Christmas Eve. So you will be the judges of whether that works out. It's the 23rd today, and we're going to split some prep over 2 days. I thought I'd do a nice long one today just to finish everything off. Before we get started, I just wanted to say thank you for everybody who's followed along with this vlog. It's been a really nice journey and I've loved doing it, and it just felt really nice, like lots of people with me kind of going through it. I mean, all of us are are going through very different things at the moment, but it's been lovely kind of seeing everyone's comments and seeing how different people are preparing for Christmas, how different people are going through different things at the moment, and it's really felt like we've kind of all been going through it together. So thank you so much for watching them. I really hope you've enjoyed them, and especially if you've been having a difficult time, I really hope it's been giving you like a little bit of comfort. I've absolutely loved making them, and I really wish I could do this every year. I just think it always turns into quite a large undertaking to kind of vlog all the way through December, because it is a very busy time. I tend to do it every other year instead. But I do have a playlist of all the Vlogmases I've ever done over the last few years. So if you ever need some of that kind of Christmassy coziness, you can watch through there. So today, I don't know, there's quite a lot of things we need to prepare before Christmas Day. I mean, we were just going through it this morning. So we've got the cranberry sauce, which I'm going to make today, and the stuffing, which I'll make tomorrow. And then baking wise, we were going to make chocolate orange cupcakes, which I normally make every year. But it's one of those things that I do literally just make at Christmas. So sometimes I'm a bit like I'm not actually that practiced at it, even though I've done it every year. I've kind of forgotten how to do it every year. So I might make those today as well. And then I wanted to whip up some mince pies, and we're going to do an apple pie, like a big apple pie for dessert tomorrow as well. And also tomorrow we'll have to obviously like prepare the chicken. We're not doing a turkey because obviously we're not doing a turkey, we just got a chicken, and do the preparations for the bread sauce. We had our food delivery yesterday. I'll show you. It is so big, just because we didn't know what was happening like up until the point where we had to confirm it. So we do have far too much food just for the 2 of us, but it's fine. Like, there's no such thing as too much food, right? This isn't I don't think this is too bad actually, considering it's Christmas. It's quite a full fridge, but you know, it's okay. We also have lots of things in the cupboard, obviously, crisps and other things, and as I've just explained to you, we're going to be doing lots of baking and making a lot more desserts for ourselves to eat. So I don't think we'll have to do another food shop for a very long time. We do actually have, although I said we're having a chicken, we did buy a turkey, which is arriving today, and it was just too late. We bought it ages ago, and so now we have this massive turkey arriving. But my parents have a big chest freezer in their house, so what we're going to do is ask the delivery people to leave the turkey in our porch, and then my parents are going to come around and take the turkey and put it in their freezer so that we can just eat it, I guess, another time, because obviously they don't need a turkey either because there's only a few of them. So another vlog of cooking and baking essentially, but I think we're also going to go for a walk later today, although it looks a bit gloomy. I don't know, I have to wrap up warm, I suppose. So I'm going to start with the cranberry sauce. I cannot get over how tired I look. Honestly, I'm going to have another early night tonight. It's getting to the point where it's even like, if I forget something in another room, I'm like, oh, I can't believe I have to go in that room and get it. I'm just like, oh, I feel really jet lagged. So what I'm going to try and do is use a cranberry sauce recipe from my mum's old Delia Smith book. Look at this bad boy. This is the same recipe book that I used for the mincemeat. That was a Delia Smith recipe in here as well. And that you can get that online, but it's also in this book. And I love this because I don't know, probably people my age probably have a similar feeling towards like 90s Christmas nostalgia, or maybe it's just me, I don't know, but those kind of like big tartan bows and red napkins and poinsettias everywhere, like that kind of real 90s Christmas, I really like it. I think it's also because it's in movies like Jingle All the Way and that kind of aesthetic. I'm just like, oh, so cozy. So I liked looking in this book. And the other thing I love about this book is she's got a whole bit at the end, which is the last 36 hours from Christmas Eve onwards. So it's like Christmas Eve at 3 p.m, carols and baking. Like, oh, okay, Delia, that's what I'll do then. And then when you get to actual Christmas Day, it's like timed what you have to do at like 8:15, and then it's like 8:55, and kind of you go through the whole day doing the dinner. And I don't know what it is, but I love timetables. I love stuff like that. It's like I get ASMR from it. I don't know what it is, but I just love that somebody's planned it out and it's like at this time you have to do this thing, and then it'll all work out, and you'll have lunch at that time. I just love it. I like just reading it, and I've made one for myself as well based off of the roast dinners that we've been practicing. I'm like, do this thing, then put the timer on for 10 minutes, then do this thing, then put the timer on for 5 minutes, and that kind of thing. So that's my little state of play or run of play for Christmas dinner. So this looks like quite a fun cranberry sauce recipe, although I have just seen it says serves 8 people, so I don't have quite the same amount of cranberries that she recommends. But I think you can freeze it. So considering me and my family have been talking about doing like a second Christmas in spring or something with the frozen turkey, if I can put this in the freezer, then it'll be okay. So we've got cranberries and then like the rind and juice of a large orange, and it says to like cut the rind and then chop it up, but I might just grate it into a zest. And then there's a bit of ginger, cinnamon and cloves, and of course sugar and port. So it looks quite straightforward, although she also does say to chop up the cranberries, and I don't have a chopper, so we'll have to see about that one. Give it a go, doesn't matter, it's only me and Will here anyway.
Close your eyes, get some rest. I'm by your side.
I do think
Your head on my chest.
some like blended and some.
Why don't we do half and half?
I know you've had
Oh no, they're going
a
everywhere!
bad day. But I'm right here, it's gonna be okay.
Right, we've gone for a combined method of some being blitzed by the hand mixer, some being chopped and some being whole. Because I'm pretty sure when my mum does it, she does it whole. And I just asked my friend Kate, and when she does it, she did it and she put the cranberries in whole. So I don't think we want to blitz them too much. And I'm just gonna simmer that all now and see how it comes out.
The world could fall down, it's gonna be okay. The sun could go out, we're gonna be okay. If all the blue skies fade to gray, we're gonna be okay.
So this is it. It's quite a lot, just as it's considering it's a garnish. And I think it tastes okay. It's hard to know until it's kind of cooled down properly, but that will be fine. I'll put that in the fridge and we'll give it a go on Christmas Day. We're gonna go for a walk now because it's getting on for 3 o'clock and it's gonna obviously start getting dark, and I think that will do me some good actually. Might kind of perk me up a bit, zhuzh me up a little bit. There are some like woods and parkland and stuff near us, but we haven't actually explored yet everywhere where we can go, and like the best ways to get to the good walking spots and everything. So I'm not sure where we're gonna go, but it'll be a bit of an adventure, get to know kind of our surrounding area a bit more. Okay, we're back to baking with Lauren. While we were out, the turkey got delivered and my parents have come and picked it up, so that's all good. And they also dropped off some parsnips, which my brother grew. My brother during lockdown got really into growing some vegetables. That was his kind of lockdown pastime, and so he's just been harvesting all the winter veg now, and he really wanted us to sample his parsnips for that sounds so rude. But he wanted us to try them for Christmas dinner, so we've done like a little bit of an exchange. I did already buy parsnips, so we're gonna be quite parsnip heavy now, but it's nice autumnal veg. And I'm gonna make the cupcakes now. I don't know that I am gonna ice them. I think perhaps just make the cakes. But this is what they're meant to look like. I do not have sugar flowers, so they won't look like that. But these are chocolate orange cupcakes from the Primrose Bakery cookbook. And I used to use this all the time when I was at uni. Like, it's just so strange when you think about being a student and having so much time. I used to like spend my time baking like all these weird different cupcakes, and I don't really use this very often now, apart from at Christmas. So this reckons it makes 12, and I can't remember if it does make 12 or not. But yeah, it's basically chocolate orange sponge, and then it's just chocolate buttercream, and I will probably use either some orange zest on top instead of that little flower, or I have some candied peel left over from when I was making the pudding and everything, and there's definitely some orange peel in there, so I might do some little candied peel things on top. I'll see about the decoration. That might be a tomorrow job, but I'll get them baked at least, and then they can cool down, and perhaps we'll ice them tomorrow. Happy Christmas Eve, it's today. I have got started pretty speedily this morning, so I have made the dough for the Christmas buns, and that is sitting proving. I've also made the filling for it, and the chocolate orange cupcakes I think came out quite well. I might have sampled one this morning just to check, and yeah, they're looking good. So they've been in the tin overnight, and I do need to ice them. So what I need to do now is kind of juggle timings between waiting for that dough to prove, then I need to roll it out and put the filling in and roll it all up, and then it needs to prove again for half an hour. And in between that time, I need to make mince pies. I say need to, I want to. Make mince pies and then also do the icing for the chocolate orange cupcakes. But Will is very keen for me to do the icing as soon as possible because we wanted to give some to our neighbours, because we have a little bit of a baking exchange going on with our neighbours, because they've got 2 kids who keep making us cakes, and it's so sweet. Obviously I shouldn't have to say it, but we're being careful and we're leaving the cakes like 24 hours before we eat them and stuff like that. But we thought, obviously, since everybody's at home for Christmas, it'd be nice to take some round to them, because they weren't going to be here for Christmas and now they are, obviously. So classically, Will is like, you must ice those because we have to get them round to the neighbours, like that's the most urgent thing. But I would like to get them finished. It's just a case of juggling what needs to be in the oven at what time and how many bowls need to be in use at any one time. So I'll have a think about how I do it, but I'm feeling very in control. I think, like, in terms of baking, we're gonna get it all done this morning, and then in the afternoon and evening it will be prep for the dinner tomorrow. It's like chicken and stuffing and that kind of stuff. That's what we'll probably do later. But my cut-off today for filming is going to be 3 p.m. because at 3 p.m. we have the a festival, 9 Lessons and Carols from Kings, which comes on the radio, and we want to listen to that, and that feels like quite a nice point for me to have enough time to get everything finished and edited and exported and uploaded to YouTube in time for this evening, because otherwise you wouldn't get a vlog, would you? So yeah, that's my plan. Do have a reasonably busy morning, and then kind of chill into the afternoon and evening.
What if the world had more of your smile? What if the wind could spread your love? What if your sweetness could reach everyone? There'd be no wars. Maybe the birds will sing about your heart.
We've hit a minor snag, which is that the dough for the Christmas buns hasn't proved as much as I wanted it to, and I think it's because it wasn't actually that warm in this room. I normally put it by the radiator, and I think the radiator was off, so. But the pastry for the mince pies is done, and it's sitting and resting in the fridge, and everything else is cleaned up, so I'm ready to roll with the Christmas buns once that's ready. So Will and I are just having like a tea and coffee and watching some delightful Christmas TV. I actually I treated myself to some cafetiere coffee, because obviously being pregnant I've reduced my caffeine intake a lot. You are still allowed to have it, just to flag that, but you have to like reduce how much you have a day. So mostly I've been drinking like decaf or whatever, but I thought for Christmas I'll get myself some nice coffee. So I've done myself a cafetiere, Will's done himself a cup of tea, and then once the buns are done, we'll be ready to go. Although I did just remember that I was going to make an apple pie as well. That was completely not on my radar of Christmas baking, but we were going to make, well, Will was going to make that, so we were going to make it together probably. So that's fine. That can happen a bit later. It's just all these little bits and bobs we wanted to get done first this morning. Well, speaking of Christmas TV, actually, we caught up on something last night, which is called A Very Country Christmas. And my friend Stephen told me about it while he was watching it, because I told him all about our tradition of watching the Mousel Cat, which if you saw our video where Will and I discussed what our Christmas traditions were growing up, we love the story of the Mousel Cat, which is like a Christmas story from Cornwall. And in this programme, they were in Mousel in Cornwall talking about this tradition. So we caught up on that last night, and that was really nice. So if you are interested in Mousel, if you don't know about the legend, then I'll leave a link to it below. If you have access to BBC iPlayer, you'll be able to watch it. But yeah, that was really nice and a little extra Christmassy. You didn't like anything?
I revel in Christmas. I adore that sense of glowing festivity and the clean.
Maybe the trees will whisper the word. Maybe the sun will spread your joy to the ones who lost their hope. Fill my head with roses. I can't help but dream away. Standing on a field with you and flowers everywhere. Maybe there is a star with your name. One thing I know is that there should be. There is no one has a heart as pure, no, not like yours.
So it's all been kicking off after being like, yes, it's fine, I've got loads of time. I realised I had like about a million things to do at once. But the mince pies are out and they look brilliant. The Christmas buns are in and they look good. They look a lot bigger. I kind of left them to prove the second time a bit longer and I, to be honest, forgot about them. So they're getting a bit bigger than they were last time I made them, but I think they'll be okay. I'm just making the syrup to go on them now. The buttercream icing for the cupcakes has been a bit of a disaster because I just got normal chocolate instead of dark chocolate. I just didn't read the recipe properly and it doesn't really taste of anything, and so I tried to put some like orange in it to give it a bit of an orange flavour, and I don't know, it just doesn't look very icingy. It looks a bit like, you know, like it's splitting, so I don't know how that will go. I'm just going to keep giving it a bit of a mix, but that's fine. I can just ice it and see how it goes. Will has started the grating of the bread.
See you in 5 hours.
We were going to buy a chopper.
Blender, you mean?
Yeah, like a blender, like a mini chopper or a blender for this purpose. And we just didn't get around to it. And then we thought, oh, it's fine. Like, because no one's coming over, we won't bother like investing in one. But the amount of bread grating we need to do is actually the same, no matter how many people arrive. So Will's getting a head start on that. But essentially, I'll probably leave the vlog there because we have quite a few more little bits and bobs to do. The apple pie, Will said he's gonna look up a recipe right now and do that.
5 hours time.
In 5 hours time. So I'll probably stop all the filming now, but if you wanna see how we get on, I'm sure I'll put little pictures or updates or whatever on my Instagram. So if you want to see how the buns turn out, how the apple pie turns out, how our dinner turns out, I'm sure you can see it on there. I hope if you're celebrating Christmas you have a good one, and if you don't, who cares? It's just another day. It's just one more day, and we will have a lot more to look forward to next year. So with that, we'll say Happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas. Bye.